Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to J-Work Studios and Production and Street Savvy, the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a great topic for you today. Topic is huge. It's dear to my heart because I'm a parent, a grandfather. And first of all, before I start anything, my granddaughter, my love, it's a beautiful young lady, right? Um, she got she got some medical issues home in Boston. She's in the hospital, and I want you guys to help me wish my granddaughter a speedy recovery. Um, is not but God and brightness when it's about any sickness. You know, I have a relationship with God, and I pray on my granddaughter to have a speedy recovery and help my son and his wife get through this stormy weather. So if you out there, my love, and you hear your grandfather over this streaming, this podcast, your grandfather love you. I will see you soon. And Jaquan, just be strong. Be strong for your daughter like you always have, and your two beautiful sons and your wife. God bless you, son. My love, get better. Okay, folks, hear it. In upstate New York again, we at J-Work Studios and Production. In local news, over the past several days, we had a concert here. We had a concert. Yes, at one of the great, well-known theaters, the Landmark Theater in upstate New York, Syracuse. Folks, and let's give the shout-outs to Mastermind Mel, DJ Mel at Mastermind Entertainment, New York Mastermind in clothing and apparel. This guy has been doing it for upstate New York the last 15 years. Concerts, clothing lines, kids, men's, women's, parties, bar mitzvahs, you name it. This guy has been throwing it on his own. He has been getting partners. He has been getting situated, done, and nobody comes through but him. And you got local other owners, bar owners as well. I want to give them props as well, especially those guys down at Taste of Brooklyn. It's been one of those hit or miss weekends in Syracuse, New York, and I want to shed some light on it. Just a quick shed. Mastermind gave a live concert at the Landmark Theater in Syracuse here, and he had several guests: Rob 49, Stunner Girl, Albie Al, Harley Smalls, and special guest was a local artist, which is Krayshawn Blunt. Quay. The show went on, which we proud of that. The show definitely went on, folks. But we had some shenanigans in the end of the show. Again, shout out to Mastermind for pulling something off. Shenanigans with the Landmark Theater, as well as someone doing something that's pretty weird. You know, the young artist, Stunner Girl, was doing her regular routine or one of her acts, and a young fella spanked her behind. Here at Street Savvy or anywhere I'm at, I don't promote no violence on men or women. Spanking butts, fighting, none of that. That happened there, and it was a fight after. I guess allegedly her husband, her confidant, her boyfriend comes off stage, approached the young fella. He's from the city of Syracuse, and I'm not going to say what side of town or whether he's just from the city of Syracuse. He's from the town, the guy who did it. And it got out of hand quickly, literally. It was a physical altercation between three people and one gentleman, the gentleman who physically slapped the girls behind, and the three other guys who came to the girl rescue. And everybody has their own opinion. Did they rough the guy up? Was it a setup? All these things occurred. But let me tell you something. Syracuse didn't need none of that. What Mastermind Entertainment does for Syracuse and DJ Mel, we all can't pay him back. We all can't speak the volumes that it helps the city of Syracuse. This is a college town, folks. Lovely college town. People love this side of town, east side, west side, north side, down the way. They love their sides of town here in Syracuse. We all have the good and the bad and the ugly, from politics to the streets, to brothers and sisters who lives in these areas all their life. I'm not going to call it gangs. I'm not going to call it posses, because that's not what I do. Because half these folks don't know what gangs are. And Syracuse don't have gangs. True gangs, allegedly. They don't have the Bloods, the Crips, the GDs, none of those type of things that we see in different cities around America. But what they do has people who has been sit-ins and statues of these neighborhoods. And when something like this occurs, it affects all of us. And the young fellow was from one of these neighborhoods, and a social media conversation got on interview after the fighting and the shenanigans that happened at the concert. He said his words, the interviewer said his words, and this guy was saying, hey, his guys left him. No. First of all, Syracuse don't condone inwardness. Syracuse likes to have fun like any other city. Syracuse got money. Guys make money here. Women make money here. It's from hustling or working a 9 to 5 or entrepreneurship or home ownership. Syracuse has that in the black and the Latino and the brown community. And for something like that to happen, and for allegedly a performer to use a short foot on either she thinks someone assault her or not, is not the way to go here in America, New York State, wherever you at. It's proper authorities for that. I think the Landmark Theater should have proper security for that measure and things of that nature. But again, I'm going to say this as a leader in the city of Syracuse and known in the security field for almost 30 years. It should have been security measures taken before the event for the event holders, the promoters, and the artists of the show. I'm going to leave it like that, Syracuse. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep partying and keep supporting Mastermind. DJ Mel, I salute you. Anyways, and worldwide news, NBA sports, folks. NBA sports is in full flesh. The playoffs is getting good and gritty. I tell you, folks, in the Western Conference, the LA Lakers, the big bad LA Lakers and LeBron King James is gone. Boating, skiing, hunting, whatever you want to call it, coaching, whatever. Lakers is gone. And almighty Warriors with Draymond Green and his antics all year. Hey, time for the dynasty to get split up, folks. That's just my personal opinion. I think they had their run. I want to CP to get a ring, Chris Paul, but it ain't going to happen. And another legend is almost out the door, too. Kevin Durant, two-time MVP finals, you name it. This guy, they one game away. Phoenix is one game away for getting eliminated out the playoffs. Yeah, for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, yeah. Okay, they did get, I'm so sorry, pardon me, they did get eliminated. They got swept. So, the Western Conference looked like the Power 3, the Power 4, from Minnesota to Ant-Man, which is Minnesota, Denver, which is Jokic, Nikola Jokic, and OKC. Them young guys are doing work over there. And right now, the Dallas and Clippers series is tied 2-2. So those are a couple Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers going at it. With the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard, when he's healthy. Who else they got over there? Kawhi Leonard. I got a brain fart right now. Or the other three guys over there. I can't remember as we speak. They got a boat over there. They got a nice bench in the Clippers. Russell Westbrook. They got some sharpshooters. Let's get it on, Clippers. Let's head to the East. My Boston Celtics. Got to Miami 3-1. The odds looking like Boston might pull it out in the series. New York Knickerbockers. They got a phenom over there. Point guard doing it. They down Philly throat. 3-1 New York Knickerbockers. With Bronson. Bronson Kid is doing his work over there, averaging almost 35 points a game. Joel Embiid and the crew over in Philly got no room. Got no answers. And Cleveland and Orlando, that series tied 2-2. So, yes, NBA Finals is definitely in effect, and we need to be glued to the TVs. My boss is talking certain things. And don't forget about MLB, the New York Yankees, the New York Mets, and my beloved Boston Red Sox. Red Sox are third in the conference at 13 and, well, don't quote me on that, 15 and 13, and New York Yankees is second, 18 and, I think 18 and 8, 18 and 7, while the Baltimore Orioles is a close first. Go figure. Yes, so that was World News Plus Sports. Let's get into the topic. Topic of the day, folks. Do you hold your kids accountable? Let's talk about it, America. Let's talk about it, America. Do you hold your kids accountable? Young, old, young, good, bad, and different. Let me start off saying this, folks. Anything my kids ever did, including now, today, held accountable. First of all, I talked to them one-on-one, asked them what's good and bad, how school doing, how they feel, what they want for dinner, what, normally I don't even ask about school clothes because they doing it. They old enough, young teenagers, young adults as well in my house, knows what to do. Now, do I have good and bad moments with them? Yes, but the good outweigh the bad. I have a lot of difference in my house with my children when it comes down to chastising them on good and bad and making them accountable. We have conversations every day on my girl, small things. My girls wrapping their hair before they go to bed, or they get in the shower, not getting their hair wet because the hairdo is expensive, down to my boys doing their house chores, taking out the garbage, mopping the floors, folding their clothes, helping their mom at laundromat, bring laundry in, getting the garbage outside, helping me with house chores, things like doing the cars, wiping the rims, wiping the car down, or what have you. Yes, I make sure my kids are accountable. Again, today I opened a segment praying for my granddaughter, my love, my son, her father, Jaquan. Jaquan works. He's at the hospital with. He's very upset. And that was going on with my granddaughter as far as the sickness and things. And I told him, listen, son, are you being responsible? Are you holding yourself accountable for what's going up there? Because my love only has one father and one mother. You need to be calm as ever and listen to people and get a second opinion. When the proper folks, the proper doctors are there giving you the proper answers, you need to respect them until you hear otherwise. So yes, I'm still teaching. I'm still checking my kids at the door. I'm still respecting them at the door and just being me. So yes, that's what we do. That's what I think all of us should do. We should not hold no punches with our children, because as soon as you start holding punches with your children, that means holding things back and not saying nothing because they got a little bigger. That's when you lose. That's when you definitely lose, folks. I think when you don't hold your kids at the front door to the standards they need to be to get out in this world, in this society, this rough, tough society, you're no good if you don't propel them to it, if you don't teach them. I think holding our children accountable and everything you as a parent knowledgeable for your kid, that's A1. Because you're never going to be 100%. But I tell you folks, a lot of things our kids, our children, learn from us. Good, the bad, and the ugly. So you have to hold them accountable. You have to hold yourself ejectedly accountable for what your kids are doing and saying around the house. because most likely they learned a lot from you, listening and learning, dancing and hustling and busting, cussing, as well as doing things we can't say on this platform. Smoking, drinking, you name it. And that's the truth. I I I sit in this at a brain fart, right? Um, your children are a product of your environment, just like we're a product of our environment. From us learning how to pay bills to washing our behinds, we teach our kids that. For us respecting others, we teach our kids that. Respecting ourselves. For us not bringing so many partners, sex partners, uh, confidants, people who we deal with, fake uncles, fake cousins in the bedroom at night. You gotta have yourself accountable. You gotta watch what you do for these kids, especially your grandkids, especially your younger kids, any one of them. You know, you got to be accountable. You got to hold yourself. If you're trying to hold kids today accountable, they will tell you about yourself. Today, you hold your kid accountable for 95%, 15%, whatever. They're gonna want it back to you. Man, you said not to do this, but you did that. And that's what makes it the best thing in the world, because you got communication with your child. Young or old, young or older. And trust me, it's better get it all out when they're younger. Because every day they get older, it hurts. It hurts. Financially, TLC, conversation after conversation, respectful things. Women, it runs different for a lot of families. And some families are normed to certain stuff. But you would definitely know. You would definitely know when you have done set a mark and you didn't pay attention to it yourself. You know, I got a homegirl, Tawana James Jackson used to say, "You chatty." And when you don't hold your kids accountable, you real fucking chatty. Excuse my language. You real chatty. You real out of line. You can't quote them if you can't quote yourself. And I have tried all my life when it comes to my children to make sure I don't do anything that's fervent, disrespectful in front of them. Friends or no friends. Or someone of significant others. I try to do right by them. So people, that was a quick segment. We back on tonight. I think 8:30 p.m. Please don't quote me on that. Allegedly. I'm going to get on off this. Please, folks, make sure you subscribe and like and share. Again, I'm Jay Works, the host of Street Savvy, the podcast, here at the new studio, Jay Works Entertainment and Production Studios, here in upstate New York. Hope you folks join me in Phoenix, Arizona real soon. We taking this show to the road. New venue, new place, new attitude, new hairdo. I love you, America. I love the people who support me. From PD Code to J Works Entertainment, Films and Movie and Productions, to now this podcast world. I love all you guys. Keep supporting me. God bless.